Good day class, my name is Ortega and today we are going to discuss about digital literacy skills in the 21st century. First, let's define what are digital literacies. Digital literacies are individuals' literacies to be able to effectively and responsibly function and perform in a digital society. Simply speaking, digital literacy means having the skills that you need to live, learn, and work in a society where communication and access to information is increasing through digital technologies like internet, social media platforms, and mobile devices. Next, it was coined by Paul Gilster in 1997 and came from the discussion of concepts on a visual literacy. So according to my research, Paul Gilster is a professional writer who discovered the power and potential of the internet early on, which means that he was the one who raised its power to a higher level. For example, in the teaching and learning context, digital literacy is an important competence. In school, it has become the buzzword which refers to the ability to access, process, understand, utilize, create media content using information technologies and the internet. Now, let's proceed to the digital literacies. And first we have media literacy is one's ability to critically read content and utilize multimedia in creatively producing communication. It also means understanding the methods and outlets in which information is published. And media literacy is also important because it tells us whether what we read online is credible or not. Next, we have information literacy, is locating information from the web and interpreting while evaluating its validity in order that it can be shared. It also means understanding facts, figures, statistics, and data. And it is also important because it helps us separate facts and fiction that we read online. Next, we have ICT literacy, is knowing how to select and use digital devices, applications, or services to accomplish tasks requiring the use of the internet. Simply speaking, it is the ability to use technologies. For example, if your teacher is requiring you to create a PowerPoint presentation in your report, of course you are going to use your cell phone or laptop in order to accomplish that kind of task. And also you need the use of internet in order to insert some pictures to beautify your PowerPoint presentation. We also have communication and collaboration, are one's capabilities in being able to participate in the digital network in the teaching and learning context. As future educators, of course, we need communication because it is where we are going to deliver and discuss the information to our future students. And it is also important that we have good communication skills because if we have that kind of skills, then our students can understand as well and can get the knowledge from us because the discussion is well delivered. And also collaboration, it is important for us to work with the experts in teaching in order for us to gain knowledge from them and that we can apply that knowledge to our future students. Next, we have identity management, is being able to understand how to ensure safety and security in managing online identity and foster a positive digital reputation. It also means the ability to understand who can see the content we post online and what impact that content could have, both negative and positive. Also, as netizens, we have to be careful with giving our personal information, especially to someone that we don't know personally. And it is also good to be mindful with the people that we are interacting with online. As much as possible, all of our friends on social media should be people we know personally in order to maintain safety and security. Next, we have learning skills, are ways of knowing how to study and learn in a technology-enriched environment. So, in digital era, we are very much lucky because we can easily access a lot of information on the internet. Unlike before that people used to go to the library in order to search some information and important details. However, today we are very much fortunate because in just one click there are already a bunch of information available on the internet. But of course, you also have to be careful and mindful in selecting information. It should always be reliable and not fake. Next, we have digital scholarship. Is being able to link and participate in professional and research practices. Digital scholarship also encompasses the use of digital evidence, methods of inquiry, research, publication, and preservation to achieve scholarly and research goals. So, it is also a must for us to attend seminars in line with research so that we can also have background knowledge about it, and it is also useful for our future purposes. We are done discussing about the digital literacies. Now let's proceed to the 4 C's of the 21st century skills, starting with critical thinking. Is learning how to solve problems. It teaches students not to accept immediately claims without seeking the truth. So if you are a critical thinker, you need to analyze first the problems or the issues, and it should be backed up with evidences and facts before you can create a conclusion. Okay, for example, in terms of business, your business went bankrupt and you want to find some problems why it went down the drain. So you need to investigate first and analyze the problem first before you can create a solution as to why your business went bankrupt. Next, we have creativity. Requires students to think outside the box and to take pride what uniquely theirs. For example, your instructor tells you to create instructional materials for your discussion, and since you have creativity, you think of a lot of ideas on how to make your instructional materials become better. So instead of creating plain materials alone, you added a lot of effects and color on it to make it become creative and more presentable. So that's how creativity works. Next, we have communication. Make students express their ideas in the clearest and organized manner. We should always remember that communication is not just about being a good communicator, but also being an effective communicator. If you have good communication skills, that means it's not just about you being able to pronounce the word well or to construct your ideas well, but also you have to make sure that the one you are talking to understands what you are saying, because remember that the goal of communication is to understand one another. And if you are just able to express your ideas well and organize your ideas without you making someone understand what you are saying, then it's just useless. You also have to make sure that the receiver of your information understands what you are saying. And the last one is collaboration. Happens when the students know how to work well to accomplish a given task. So it is really important for us to collaborate or work with others because we are not knowledgeable of everything. There are things that other people know that we don't know. Therefore, it is important to have collaboration because it is where we can exchange ideas and opinions. That way, we can learn, we can gain knowledge from each other through collaboration. So that's only the coverage of my discussion class, and here is my co-presenter to discuss to you about the digital literacy skills versus digital literacy.
Have a good day. I'm Gazel Habagaton Rola. And this is my report about digital literacy skills versus digital literacy. Digital literacy skills are required in the world. LINS 2017 identified 8 digital literacy skills needed to become digital literate. There are Coding. Number 1 is coding. Coding is a universal language basic understanding of HTML or CSS, or it could be HTML, the hypertext markup language, and CSS, cascading style sheets. Number 2, collaboration. The use of Google Docs, among others, allows students to begin experimenting with effective online collaboration. Example of collaboration for me, for example, you're going to experiment on effective activities like the important information. You must be combine it so that it could be effective it could be the effective collaboration of your work. Number 3, cloud software is used to store everything from photos to search, research, project, and etc. For me, in my own understanding, to use a cloud software, like the words are photos and to search, project, and etc. For me, for example, in this word cloud software, I research, for example, I want to find some photos of important matter of my project. I will go to cloud software so that I can research the photo that I need in my project. The number 4, word processing software of Google, Microsoft Online, Dropbox are available for storage and management solution. In my about this word processing software, for me, Google, the example, my Google and Microsoft Online, for me it is the important now and then, because like me, we're going to online in my online class, so that's why I use Google, so that I can find the important details that I have, so that I can find the actual answer and correct answer, and easy to find it in the Microsoft online and Google on a Google form. Number 5, screencasting is a video recording using the computer screen and usually includes an audio. Example is today, for a video recording using a computer screen, usually for using computer screen like this. Now I recorded my report in Edu 8, and also and number 6, personal achieving. Students should be taught the concept of metadata, tagging, keyword, and categories to make them aware how they are represented online. In my own explanation, for me as a student, I will use correct and right data so that I can make it easier and faster while I'm go tagging the information and the keywords and categories to make us aware how they are represented online. Like now, I will make a video so that I will make my record report, and in this time I will use it. When I finish it, I will share it, or I will tagging this to Mr. Ortega so that we can finish our recording video. And 7, information evaluation, the use of tools and skills needed to process information are very much needed. Information evaluation for me, I will need right and correct and strong information while evaluating, so that I will get the exact and correct answer to use a tools and skills needed to process information of what we are needed. Number 8, the last one of digital literacy skill, video versus digital literacy. Number 8, use of social media. Service different purpose depending on the user and technology unneeded. Use of social media for me, like me, I'm not good enough in social media, but I know that we are so many different purpose on depending on the user. Like me, I use social media of my FB. I upload a picture in an important occasion, and I use technology when I need it. And next, here are example of how digital skill or proficiency support digital literacy. Digital skills: sending an email or text. Number 2, using Microsoft Office or Google. Number 3, tweeting, posting to FB, uploading video, YouTube, or posting a photo on IG. Number 4, researching from the World Wide Web. And here's the difference in digital literacy. Evaluate the appropriate digital channel with peers, teachers, and parents. Identify the benefits and hard box of each digital tools. Identify its propaganda and fake news. Evaluate the information online. And that's my report, sir. Thank you.
Okay, just to put it on a simple context, digital skills focus on what and how. For example, the teacher would ask or would teach the students how to download images from the internet and insert them into PowerPoint slides. So that is digital literacy skills. On the other hand, digital literacy focuses on why, when, who, and for whom. For example, if the teacher would help students choose appropriate images, recognize copyright, or cite the sources, then that is the example of digital literacy. So I hope you have learned something from us today. Thank you for watching.